Hi there. In the last few videos of this module, we have discussed the many ways people think about money, both positively and negatively, and worked through your own personal way of being, mindset, and subconscious feelings in relation to money. This video marks a transition to creating a positive pathway from where you've been to where you'd like to go in life. By the way, if there are parts of the Module 2 PDF that you haven't done yet, it's perfectly okay to stop this video now and go back and complete those reflective exercises, quizzes, and other activities. In that way, you'll feel fully equipped to move forward rapidly and powerfully with the exciting ideas contained in the rest of the module. To recap briefly, under-earners often view money negatively and hold many misconceptions about the wealthy. In general, under-earners hold different attitudes about money than those who aren't under-earners. The objective of this video is to discuss research that investigates how and why some women earn a lot of money and some don't, and provide context, guidance, and research-based empowerment suggestions for developing a positive money mindset that matches those of high-earning women. Essentially, we're going to take a look at women who make over 6 figures and see what attitudes and behaviors characterize them as a group. In this way, you can begin to create your own personalized action plan to becoming a high-earning woman. So, are high-earning women just lucky, super talented, or both? My favorite truth about high-earning women is that many of them used to be classic under-earners. They realized they were in a bad situation and took steps to change. So it's certainly not just luck that they ended up making a lot of money. However, it wasn't because they were super talented either. They were normal, under-earning women who altered their mindset, chose to take different actions, and then their lives began to change. For example, as we've covered, under-earners tend to be people who are willing to settle for a low salary. They believe they are trapped by their circumstances and have no real choice. But women who earn high salaries, on the other hand, realize they definitely have a degree of control over whatever situation they find themselves in. In Barbara Stanny's book, The Secrets of Six-Figure Women, she reports on the learnings from thousands of interviews she's conducted during her financial workshops. She says the turning point comes for women when they recognize that something is wrong with the way their lives are progressing and accept that they do have at least some control over the outcomes they are experiencing, then take responsibility for making different choices in the way they think and behave. Here's what I mean. Right now, you might be in a low-paying job and think it is absolutely impossible to make any more, but chances are high that's not entirely correct. You may not be able to make a whole lot more without changing careers or taking other major actions, but you can probably make some more money if you negotiate effectively. And we cover that in Module 6, Power Level, Negotiation Ninja. There is an amazing amount of research that shows women make less because they don't even feel comfortable asking, while men do. It's unlikely that anyone is going to get additional money while in the same job if they don't ask for it. Of course, most organizations are going to want to pay you as little as they think they can. That's simply the commercial reality of running most businesses. Having said that, if you feel you can make a valid argument for a higher salary, then please do not let fear keep you from doing so. And as we've discussed previously, even if more money is out of the question, consider what additional conditions you could negotiate to have included in your contract. Lots of women would never consider it, but high-earning women ask for what they want and they think outside the box with the types of benefits they ask for. Barbara Stanny admits that most people have to be pushed into negotiating for more money or perks. The fear of change and the power of denial are both so strong that someone has to have significant motivation to push them to act. Perhaps a looming retirement, or the realization you'll never be able to pay off your house or get your debts in order. It's different things for different people. What is it for you? Maybe you're just tired of being broke. Another trait of high-earning women is that they learn to look at problems in a positive way, as puzzles and challenges to solve, not as impossible situations that can't be fixed. If you feel like you're being proactive, which you clearly are, by working through this module, then it's easier to be positive. You're taking huge steps in the right direction, so give yourself bonus points. Another common misconception Barbara Stanny found is that conventional wisdom says a higher salary is only going to come if you get an advanced degree or push for laws making the wage gap illegal. However, according to almost all of her interviews, women who drastically increased their income and financial stability in life did not rely on advanced degrees or new laws. That is not to say that getting an advanced degree might not be a good idea for you, but the point is, you can do better financially even without the degree. For example, Jane told me that she had a very satisfying career developing apartment projects based on her experience as a trainee structural engineer in a steelworks, then in engineering consultancies, and a basic project management diploma, and still successfully competed several times for great roles against much younger men who held a degree. And who knows if stronger laws will ever come. The principle of equal pay for equal work was recognized in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. Australian women workers were granted equal pay in 1969, but it has never been fully enforced in relation to the gender pay gap, so naturally it hasn't really solved the problem. Even the establishment of an Australian workplace gender equality agency in late 2012 has only brought incremental improvement in the gender pay gap there. Barbara Stanny reported that the biggest changes in her subjects' financial situations came after significant changes in their personal thoughts, attitudes, and behavior, which is exactly what we're working on here. She summarized the attitudes of high-earning women in 4 traits she considered essential. 1. A profit motive. 2. Audacity. 3. Resilience. And 4. Encouragement. Let's talk about each one separately. By profit motive, we mean having a basic desire to make more money, a desire to do significantly better than you are right now, a strong desire to improve your life by acquiring more money. Profit is a good thing, and we do not deny that any longer. Audacity means the courage to ask. Synonyms for audacity are words such as fearless, bold, courageous, or daring. Once you find out how few women actually ask, you'll see why this is such a big thing. Resilience means the willingness to keep trying. Grit is another word that fits, and we cover proven ways to build up your grit in Module 5 of this program, Power Level Mastery. Encouragement is the 4th thing on the list. It's very hard to make any major change in your life if you do not have encouragement from those around you. Here at 2X Co-working, we consider the entire community our support group. So even if your personal environment is not as supportive as it could be, you have us. Hopefully, you also have family, friends, and colleagues who will understand what you're going through and provide encouragement. So again, here are the 4 main traits of high-earning women: a profit motive, audacity, resilience, and encouragement. How do your attitudes align with each of those 4 traits? You may still have to develop proficiency in some of them, and that's to be expected, but these are the 4 main things we know you'll need. Reflective exercise. In the Module 2 PDF, or in your own journal, Write about how you feel your current thoughts and behaviors align with the essential traits outlined in this video. Which of the 4 essential traits do you anticipate will be the most challenging to master? Do you have a friend, colleague, or famous person you could use to model your new ways of thinking or accomplishments on by studying what you already know about them? Research shows that many high-earning women used to be classic under-earners. Journal on the insights you have had regarding the thoughts and patterns of behavior you've identified that have been keeping you stuck. Research shows that to overcome under-earning, you have to change your attitudes first, which then leads to a change in behavior. Journal on your willingness to change your attitudes, thoughts, and behaviors. Are you excited about your potential to transform into a high-earning woman? Journal about the emotions you're experiencing right now, even if some of them are negative. It's all a process, and the work you do now will be immediately useful for the next video, developing the 4 essential traits of high-earning women.